Hi everyone, thanks for choosing to watch our video. Jesse here from J&N Aquarium. Today we're going to talk about breeding bristlenose plecos, the long fin variety. We're going to have a look at my setup, what I have for my long fins. It's mainly albinos I breed, but they throw browns as well. Look at the caves we use for doing it. So stay tuned and we'll get right to it. So this is my 30-gallon short custom made tank that I breed my albino longfin bristlenose in. My friend made this tank for me. He also made the background. It's got the styrofoam concrete 3D background in it. And we have 3 caves, a sponge filter, and a heater. That's all we have for it. Very simple. So one's a slate cave, 1.5 by 1.5 by 5 inches. And the other 2 caves are log caves that I make as well. And they're 1.5 hole diameter by 4.75 inches. Currently, we have a male in each cave, and each male is on wigglers. We're gonna use a flashlight here and try and get a peek. See if we can get a look. Very difficult to get a look into them. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get Connor to hold the flashlight for me here, and I'm actually going to move it and he's gonna shine the light in so we can maybe get a look at the wigglers. If we can see. There they are, up at the top. There's a good view. So these were laid about 4 days ago. And this is where the wigglers are at now. Now we're gonna look at this one. Connor's gonna get in here with the flashlight again. And we'll see if we can see these wigglers. This male's a little better at staying on them. Can you get the light down a little lower, Connor? Where are they? Oh, there they are, up in the corner. He doesn't have as big of a batch, but he has a bunch anyways. So in this tank, we have 4 females and 2 males. They are not all siblings. I did buy them in separate batches for that reason, to reduce that chance. There's a few straggler babies in here still. But water temperature is 76 Fahrenheit. pH is very high. It's actually up around 8. 7.8 to 8. Gravel bottom. There's not too many pest snails anymore because we have assassin snails in this tank. A little bit of vegetation and a very small light. They don't need bright lights. They don't. I don't believe bristlenose plecos appreciate bright lights. But what they do appreciate is good caves. And I believe the babies do better in these caves because they can rasp on wood right away. If they're born in a PVC cave or an ABS cave or even a clay cave or a slate cave, there's not a whole lot for them to rasp on when they're first born. With the wood caves, they get to rasp on wood right away, and we all know that aids in digestion, and I think it gives them a little bit of a kick start. The wood I use is aspen, and it has no ill effects to the aquarium. Releases a bit of tannins, but that's not bad either. I don't know what else to say about it. If you're having a hard time breeding your bristlenose plecos, just give it time. Have some patience. These are one of the easiest plecos to breed, and when they're ready and you give them, I guess we could talk about the food as well. What I feed mine mainly is zucchini. Fresh zucchini, not blanched, just raw, and I sink it on a fork. It sinks down the bottom of the tank. They munch it away. I take it out the next day if it's not eaten. I also use some shrimp pellets sometimes, omega-1 flakes sometimes, Northfin algae wafers or kelp wafers, bug bites. They like bug bites as well. I give them a whole mix. There's some homemade food I make out of peas, shrimp, and fish. They love that. They're not picky. Should be mainly vegetable based, but doesn't have to be. They like a little meat too. A little bit of frozen brine shrimp doesn't hurt. They love it. So that's the setup. Very easy to do. And I'll show you what I do with the babies when I get them out of the cave. So this is where they go when they come out of the cave. These are actually short fins from a tank upstairs. That was a very big batch. It came out of a wooden cave as well. This is attached to a 90-gallon grow-out tank. This tank's got a lot of driftwood in it. What you see floating around is duckweed. And there's a lot of plecos in here. 3 sponge filters and a hang-on back. And yeah, just a ton of plecos and some black Moscow female guppies. All up the wood. It's all plecos. These are, of course, from previous spawns. There's short fins and long fins in here, but it's mostly long fins in here right now until this batch gets let loose in there. And that's where they go, right from the breeder box into the tank. I put them in a breeder box first for a couple of reasons. I can inspect their health that way. Also, I can get the food directly to them. In this big tank, if they get lost in a corner, I think they might miss out on some food. Here I can put the food right in front of them. And right now they're munching away on my homemade food and loving it. They got it almost all eaten. So I'll keep them in here for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then they'll go into the big tank. This overflow box, it gets lots and lots of fresh water constantly, and it flows back into the tank over here. And I find they work the best. So I hope this has been helpful to help you breed your bristlenose plecos. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy our videos, please subscribe.